Yo, what's good? This your boy Derek Brent here, Memphis Wire on Strike 7 Sports. In today's video, I just want to talk about the Memphis Tigers men's basketball program as they head into the AAC tournament which starts today, but Memphis plays tomorrow. They're the fifth seed. They're projected to play the winner of the Wichita State Rice matchup, and from there, win that game. They most likely will rematch against, not most likely, but they will. They'll play against UAB, and a winner of that game most likely will possibly play South Florida, and after that, it's a championship game. So there's the path for the Tigers to get to the AAC conference final game, and repeat as conference champions. They are still the reigning defending AAC champions. They won it last year, so they're here to defend their title. So with that being said, I just want to talk about the path to get there. Can it be done? Can they make history and do this? Because it's gotten to the point to where it's either win the tournament and get into the NCAA tournament, or it's lose and go, or it's go home. Lose in the first round, lose in the opening matchup that you play against Wichita State, and go home. Can he do it? Yes, I believe they could get it done. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they do get it done. It's a daunting task that they have to go through, but it's doable. It's a very doable feat. 4 games in 4 days, 4 straight days. It's gonna be hard, but they can't get it. They can't get it done. To me, their biggest threat is gonna be attrition. Staying healthy. Key players staying healthy. That's gonna be their biggest enemy right there. Attrition. The battle of attrition starting to kick in after that third game, going to the conference final round, or even after the second game. But they can get it done. They won 10 straight games back in early in the season. All they gotta do is win 4 games to get into the tournament. 4 games, and you repeat as conference champions. And from what I'm research, looking at the odd makers and all that, the betting sites, Memphis is favored in all those games except the conference final round. Now, a few of these games are payback games, payback matchups for you, because you lost to Rice. Rice is the team that give you that really bad loss. You gotta get that one back. You gotta get your lick back for that L he took. UAB, you got them back for what they did a few months ago. Now you gotta get them again. You may have to get them. Well, you will have to get them again to put them completely out of it. South Florida's another one. Payback game. You was down. You was up by 20. Blew a 20-point lead. Their season changed because of that, and yours went in a different direction. That's what pretty much, before the Rice game, the loss to South Florida pretty much opened things up, as far as regression and things like that. You got to pay that one back. So it's some intriguing storylines heading into this tournament. You got the personnel to beat these teams. Memphis is better than these teams, man. It's just a matter of them showing up and playing together as a team. And another issue I'm kind of concerned about is not having Malcolm Dandridge, man. Not having Malcolm Dandridge, the presence of Malcolm Dandridge in this tournament. because you may have to go up against Florida Atlantic again and deal with their big man, Golden. Yeah, who had another big game against you in the last matchup down in Boca Raton. So you gotta that's kind of like where I'm really concerned about the Tigers at. Attrition and the issue of having a lack of size coming into play in certain matchups. But other than that, man, I think the Tigers can get to I believe the Tigers can get to the AAC conference final round of the tournament and defend their title. You know, I was reading yesterday I was reading the commercial appeal article by Jason Munz. By Jason Munz, he was talking about the 5 bold predictions into that going into the tournament, and he was saying that Florida Atlantic doesn't get there. That the Tigers probably won't face Florida Atlantic because Florida Atlantic could lose in their matchups because they're not in front of their home crowd. You know, they're in I would say a neutral environment, and he has a valid point though, because at the AAC tournament the crowds are not really that big, you know. And maybe if you do play Memphis again and you don't have the elements of your crowd at your advantage, can the Tigers take advantage of you? That's if Memphis and Florida Atlantic play each other again. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. But man, I just think that's how it's gonna go down though, man. I just think it's gonna be either Florida Atlantic again, that Memphis has to play against, to win the conference title for the second straight year. You know. But Memphis gotta come in, bro, locked in, ready to go, man. Locked in, ready to go. 4 games, 4 straight nights of basketball, or days, 4 straight days of basketball, and be ready to play. You know what I'm saying? It's you can't come into these games lacking, man. You can't come into these games not locked in, because we all know how the American is, man. It's a parity field league, and anybody could get it at any given day. You know, parity field league. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want to talk about what went down. I believe it was Monday night, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Monday night at the Penny Hardaway's radio show that he does every week at Brookhaven Club down there. And Penny Hardaway was talking to the media at a scrum when he talked to the media, and it was just, I'm paraphrasing what he's saying, but he was just saying how he think it's crazy that the fans, you know, people want him to be fired based on how the season has turned out. And Penny Hardaway pretty much defended himself, you know, and he was just saying how he came out of retirement to take the job because he felt as though the program, the quality of the program, the standing of the program was at an all-time low, and he believed he's done a good job since he's been with the program. You know, 2 tournament appearances, multiple 20-win seasons, NIT appearances, NIT title, and he was just kind of like validating why he's doing a good job. And there are some people that kind of push back to that. It's people in the media, the local media, certain personalities kind of like brushed it off, didn't really felt like Penny believes he's above criticism and things like that. My response to this is, I have an issue with Penny Hardaway, you know, defending himself, because he rightfully should do that. I know issue with what he said, but I think, man, that's only the people who you responded to by saying that is like, I would say a small segment of the Tigers fan base, a small segment of the Tigers fan base that want him fired. That's what I think. And I've seen a couple of comments come across my timelines about people wanting Penny Hardaway fired, but you gotta look at it like this, man. That's like a small segment of the Memphis fan base that's saying that. You know, and also we know he's not getting fired. He's not getting fired, man. They're gonna give him every opportunity to go ahead and go back and fix this. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't make the tournament this year, they're gonna give him an opportunity to go back and fix this, and they should do that. You know, I think this year, hopefully, I hope that this year is a learning experience for Penny Hardaway. You know, he has to do a better job of finding more role players, man. Players that know the pecking order of a team, because that's what last year's team had. I thought last year's team was really good. I thought that team could have went on a run. You know, compared to this year's team is more talented and had the potential to do great things, but last year's team was really good. Last year's team was more united. Last year you had better role players. You had players like Elijah McCatt, Kyoto Kennedy. Excuse me. Players that clearly knew what they had to do to make this team better. You know what I'm saying? But as crazy as it sounds, the season's not even over. You know, they could very well win this tournament and you be back into the field of 68. You know, so it's not really the end of the world for Penny. He just needs to stay off the social media, man. I'm assuming it's getting to him. You know, I guess it's getting to him. You know, but that's only a small segment of the Tigers fan base that's saying that. And I just ignore that stuff if I was him. You know, but you can't really fault him for trying to defend himself. You know, so. That's just all I got, man. I think the Tigers' task to repeat as conference champions is daunting. It's a daunting task ahead of them. 4 games in 4 days, 4 straight days. It's daunting. It's a daunting opposition, but it's doable. They have the personnel to do it. They have teams that have done it before in different conferences. It just, dealing with the battle of attrition. Players getting tired, start to kick in, staying healthy. So we'll see how it play out, man. It starts tomorrow for the Tigers. They'll either play at Wichita State or Rice. So we'll see how it play. Everything shake out after tonight. Okay. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. What were your thoughts on what Penny Hardaway said at the Brookhaven pub? Also, how are you feeling about the Tigers' chances of winning the AAC tournament for the second straight year, even though they're in the circumstances they're in right now? Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.